Right, so we're at Church Abbey. So now's a great time to start focusing on handgun ammo and carbine ammo, along with pyres as well. The shotgun's gonna be useful for a couple of sections here, but come the boss fight, the shotgun's gonna be absolutely useless. So you're gonna want to prioritize those three things: handgun ammo, carbine ammo, and shotgun ammo. Over here we get the cemetery key so we can progress. We're gonna grab the bolt cutters so we can get the key that we need so we can get the lance carbine, but we're not gonna backtrack for it just yet. We still have some use for the javelin. So yeah, bring the bolt cutters, torch fuel, and then your preferred handgun, shotgun, and the javelin. I mean, if you want to go and use the lance ahead of time, you know, you can run back and get it. I just find the javelin more useful for the spider orphans. So we're gonna omit this oddity, and then once a bridge forms, we're gonna run straight, and there's gonna be a headless orphan that spawns in. We're gonna kill him, and basically we're just gonna lure everything to over here because trying to fight everything out there is just a mess. So just wait, more will spawn in. I wanted to burn as many bodies as I could to the entrance of over here, so that way they'll be coming in this corner. If not, then when you try to run back here, you'll just be dealing with a bunch at the same time. So this makes it a lot easier, I think. As you can tell, I'm using the shotgun a lot more. We're gonna get a lot of shotgun ammo after the Mother Eliza fight, and we're not gonna use it at all for that fight. So I'm trying to hold back off using handgun ammo and carbine ammo. In particular, I'm actually gonna use everything in the javelin carbine, so that way I can upgrade the lance. After you break these crates, there's a red canister that we can shoot, and 3 more enemies will be behind that door. Energy there. Static shotgun shell in that box right there. And some more energy. In contrast to the hospital, I found Church Abbey very easy. The toughest section that we're about to do is coming up. But other than that, compared to like the first half of the hospital, Church Abbey is a walk in the park. Hell, I would even go as far to say that Station B was more difficult than this, and that part was pretty easy. I don't know. I'll tell you what's not easy though is Mother Eliza. Oh man, I'll get to her once I get to her. For now. So you guys see some hallucinations like bug you out. Don't like freak out if you can help it. AK waste your ammo on something you shouldn't. That's not actually there. Right, so after the side corridor, there's gonna be a metal cabinet that we're gonna pull out. Okay. And then right there, there's some boards we can shoot. Hey, someone shot that time. Good job. Yeah, that's the shit I'm talking about right there. The game's gonna do a lot of stuff to bug you out. Show silhouettes of enemies that aren't there. So you come here, take your time. There's a Walrus in there. And also in the hall to the right of us, there's another one. So here's where we use the torch fuel. And then there's actually gonna be a Walrus in that room as well. Just gotta take this guy out first. Let's fuck him. Piece of shit. And then we're just gonna run in, run out, get them all pissed off, and then we're gonna take our time and slowly come around the corner and shoot. After that, loot the room. Energy, chemicals. Technically, you could shoot that board from the other side of this door if you wanted to. Just like how we did back in Sector A0. And military radio worth 3,500 pesos. Or energy? I don't know. What's the conversion rate on energy? I'm not sure. What kind of energy is it? That was my cat. Shush. Yeah, like right there, that's not an actual enemy. That's just the game playing tricks on your mind. Besides this, watch out! No, I'm kidding. There's nothing there. A lot of walking in this part. Alright, so this is, I would say, the most troublesome part of Church Abbey. So, before we grab the child statue, we are going to put a mine down here. There's a big orphan that's going to spawn in, and basically while we're trying to kill a bunch of other douchebags, we'll wait for that mine to explode, so we know he's there. So as soon as you grab the child statue, he's gonna spawn, cap him, and then on top of this right here, I think it's a box, not sure, he spawns in. And then we're just waiting for the spider orphan that's crawling around. I know he's on that roof somewhere, I just can't see him. You saw the puke, he's somewhere. Alright, so we saw the Big Daddy show up. I tried to hit him with a shotgun, but I got a little bit scared because of that headless. Also, if you haven't upgraded the torch fuel so you can carry 2 at this point, well, I mean, I would assume you would have if, you know, you've been grabbing all the cores. Definitely do so. If not for me, well, if not for yourself, then for me. Just waiting for these guys to come over here so we can kill them. He just has emerged, that's good. That always happens. That particular spider orphan always drops an item right there. When I kill him on top of that, I cannot get. It actually was at this point in the game I started seeing that happen a lot. Like after we get the power back to the door there, there's a particular wall orphan that will drop something after you kill it, and if you're not fast enough, it will just go through the floor. And then there's another instance a little bit later where there's these boards that has a metal scrap on it, and you shoot it, and if you don't grab it as it's falling down, it will just go behind a curtain or something that you can't even grab. Here I'm just spot checking the room, seeing any loot I missed. There's nothing here besides that one crate. There's another crate in this room over by the generator, but for whatever reason, right there, for whatever reason, every time I go to hit it, I get nothing out of it, so I decided not even bother breaking it. So that's a lever, we're gonna need that to progress. Don't worry, you won't have it for long, so don't worry too much about that inventory slot. Yeah, you're just gonna notice a difference in timestamps because I just timed I needed to gear up. So here we're gonna pull out 1 pyre mine, 1 torch fuel, and keep the bulk cars on us. We're gonna come back to the save room one more time so we can take the upgrades off the javelin, and also stash the core that we're gonna pick up. So behind us is the way to progress, but straight ahead, there's a little side area that has some biomass that we can burn. Also, if you didn't see it in the description of one of my previous videos, a trick that's going to save you a lot of ammo, especially during the Mother Eliza boss fight, is with the shock charge attachment. You can actually pop spores, and the spore orphans will die in one shot with it. Because I guess they only have 1 HP, so with that hitting them, it makes them die. So after we kill those 2 wall orphans, gonna get rid of this guy. And then once you grab the core over here, 2 spore orphans are gonna spawn in. Not use any ammo, just a shock charge. Alright, so after the acid goes away, we're gonna go back to save room. Take care of taking the upgrades off the javelin, stashing that away. We're not gonna need it. I mean, you could use a javelin for Mother Eliza because it homes in on her weak points without you having to aim, but it's a lot weaker. And I mean, how much more effort does it take just to, you know, wait a second for your crosshairs to close and then pop at her? We're also going to be taking the upgrades off the hammer actually right before the boss fight, so we can get the lance to its full potential. Right, so only with the handgun, shotgun, lever, pyre, and mine, we're gonna go and proceed. As long as you're fully loaded, you'll have enough ammo to get through this part. I was one off. It's only a few wall orphans, a couple headless, and I think it's like 2 like spiky orphans. You want to be not too far in, because you can aggro that wall orphan. Turn around, shoot him, because we'll be back there in a moment. I replayed this part many times due to getting hit by Mother Eliza. You're gonna hear a sound like spore is about to pop. That's just the game messing with your head again. So there's a wall orphan around the corner that we can punch, so we're gonna wait for that to go away and then run up on them and beat the spare change out of them. There we got a crate. And then we're gonna use a lever just to get that out of our inventory. And then here's what I'm going to use the torch fuel on. I think I might have said by accident earlier, I meant this in my head. Either way, if you have it by the time you hit this point, good, because that's what it was there for. We got one last part of enemies, and after that it's basically back to the save room. So a couple of spores right there. Use the shock charges, not your ammo. Couldn't get that one to pop for some reason. And then we got 2 right here we're gonna get rid of. So get the shotgun ready. Once you get closer to that wall, spiky orphans just spawn through. Just get fully charged, blast them in the face. And then right in front of us, we have a headless. 2 more are gonna drop down, and then 1 more through this hole in the wall. And then before we leave, we're gonna shock charge that one. And then around the corner there's another valuable. Once we pick that up, we're gonna have 4 headless and 1 spiky spawn in. Or is it? No, it's 4 headless and 1 armored. So after we kill those 2, we're gonna lay down a mine. He's automatically gonna try to merge. We're gonna get close, have that baby blow up, and then sayonara, sucker. Metal scrap in this corner, and we're gonna go progress through the game. Yeah, I ended before Mother Eliza with a lot of handgun ammo and a lot of carbine ammo. Also, a lot of power mines, which admittedly I think I went a little bit overboard on. So that's what we need the bolt cutters for. Core there. And a chemical. And then here we get the trident. And then we're on our way to get the last statue piece, the sword. So here we have the fuse, so we can open up the last part of Church Abbey. And then right here, these boards, you gotta be quick with this. As soon as you shoot that board, just spam X so you can grab the metal scraps. And a travel log there.
After a preliminary battle analysis. The behavior pattern of the orphans populating the area is highly unusual. They seem to act more consistently, in coordination, as if commanded. They become exceptionally aggressive in response to the attempts to approach the Abbey's inner courtyard. Once rearmed, I move into battle. This place must be destroyed. Such is our calling.
So I like to go through this room counterclockwise so I can grab the energies, everything that's off that table, the anomaly, and then the last 2 energy 50s that's on the other table. And then we're gonna run up the stairs so we can grab the lance. We're not gonna equip it or quick slot it yet. We're actually gonna stash it. Not gonna use it just yet. So the lance does over 2 times the amount of damage that the javelin does. It's an automatic 3-shot burst. Charge gives it a stronger variant of the 3-shot burst, where uncharged doesn't, obviously. It does not have an automatic fire mode, like how the javelin does, but for the amount of damage it does, and how fast it gets stronger via upgrades, it hands down is the better rifle. The only thing that the javelin does better is just tracking spider orphans when they're crawling around over the place. So we're stashing all the ammo, selling the stuff. You're gonna want to keep the bolt cutters on you. You're gonna need it. And I went in with exactly the right amount of handgun bullets that I needed. Basically, you go in this tent, run out. There's a headless that runs out. Shoot him. Spiky boy. Wait. Load that up. Run the tent. There's a puke orphan. And I was trying to shoot the red canisters that's right next to him. His leg was blocking it and I couldn't get it. So I just did the next best thing. But yeah, ideally, what you want to do is shoot the red barrel. But don't worry. Right before we go to the next part that has enemies, the game is going to give us exactly 2 handgun ammo, which is exactly what we need to take care of 2 wall orphans. Alright, so after you use the bolt cutters and get all that, there's the energy to the left. And there's the 2 handgun bullets that we need. So before we hit the jump pad, we're gonna make a small detour so we can grab a core. And then some more energy. And a couple more. Hit this jump pad and then land on that one so we can grab some energy and a chemical. And then go back to the one you came from. And then it's all pretty much in a straight line from here. So once you get here, exactly to the left of us, there's going to be a wall orphan. Just wait for the indicator on your gun to be green before you shoot. If one of those bricks are in the way, you can actually punch it to make it move. And then from here, we just need the shotgun. There's only one more spiked orphan that we gotta deal with. And the last thing we gotta deal with before Mother Eliza, Mother bitch. Alright. Yeah, okay, so it's coming out now. Yeah, no, this fight. Gosh, fuck this fight. Go under this. Fully charged shotgun shot on him. And then we're gonna turn back around at the end of the hall where we came from. There's a valuable. Yeah, I'm sorry. I really enjoy this game. I really like this game. The only thing I don't like is the boss fights. I mean, you have to fight the merge one. Oh, I forgot to talk about that for a second. I was ranting. So that traveler there gives you the passive, so your carbine does more damage when you're standing still. There's a sword. But yeah, no, you fight the emerge one twice. Once at the apartments, and then again in a double boss fight. And then the terror, you fight him 3 separate times. They try to do different with this boss, but basically what she turns out to be is just a gimmick gank fight that, honestly, every time I got hit was because of stupid headless orphan she spawns in. It's so funny because I got this down a handful of times, but then afterwards there's like a chase sequence, and I didn't realize there's only a limited amount of enemies, a finite amount of enemies that spawn in. So I used way more pyros than I should have. So here we're taking the upgrades off the hammer. Stashing that away. I think I put away... Yeah, so I want the lance. So here I brought out the sword handgun because after you kill her, there's a part in the game that forces you to use the sword. And I wasn't sure whether or not if the game takes whatever upgrades you currently have on it, because I've done it with 3 handgun rounds what I have in my box, and then when the game forces me to use the weapon, even if it's not on me, it's that same amount. And then I've tried it having it unupgraded and upgraded, and it feels like the game gives you whatever upgrades, whatever you have on your sword handgun, whatever ammo it has from your box. So here I basically max out the lance and the dagger, and then everything else I have left, I just put it towards power, stability, and charge speed. And then I stash it away. Before we actually gear up, just gonna do a couple things beforehand. So I'm just gonna grab the statue keys, and just gonna set up the room a little bit before I go in there. So grab the shield and jar off that. Here we're gonna put the trident. First one here is gonna be the sword. One to the left is gonna be the shield. After that it's baby and basin or jar, whatever you want to call it. Cauldron. Alright, once those doors open, don't go too far in here because you'll trigger the boss fight if you do. There's some crates that I like to break because they're just annoying and I always run into them. And there's a lot that goes on during this fight, and I got hit on more attempts that I actually succeeded in beating it. Because honestly, it feels like luck. Like I think I failed like 3-4 times in a row before I was finally able to get video and conclude Church Abbey. And then on my other save where I actually have taken damage, I got it done first try. Yeah, I really can't say for sure. The best advice I can give for this boss fight is bring as much God-loving handgun ammo and carbine ammo you possibly can phantom. Don't cheap out. Just bring it all. Pyromines and torch fuel help out a lot too. Pyromines are good for setups. Like if you know you're gonna be camping in a certain part of the room for the most part. Also, if you lure a headless when there's a spore around and that sets off, then that spore will automatically explode, so you can blow up a couple that way. We are going to bring the Arbalest for the first time, and we're just going to use that at the very end, just to end the boss fight. Here I put 2 more mill scraps, just so I can craft some more mines that I'm going to fucking waste. I waste a lot, not so much for her boss fight, but more so for the section after, like an idiot, and I will tell you the right way how to go about it when we get to it. But first,
I need this traveler. Back off, or I'll fire.
right, so once the fight starts, we're going to put a mine there, so Headless will blow that one up when he walks by it, another one there, and then first spore that's going to open is this one. Basically, the spores open and close over time. You want to get them as soon as you can when they open. After shooting about 3 of them, she'll puke out, and then after like a second, you can run back out, and then she'll do it again. It's actually pretty quick how fast she pukes out. So there's that, and then you're gonna hear her say something about bring her to me, bring her to me. That's when she's gonna spawn some more headless in. You can do 1 or 2 things. You can camp out front and kill these guys. Though I feel it's better just to go run to the back and just get rid of those spores, because once you pop all these spores here, that'll trigger the next part of the boss fight. And then here she's gonna say bring the flock. Yeah, so she's gonna say bring the flock. When she says that, she's gonna summon another horde of enemies. I wasn't sure if I had enough time to emit that barrel, which I didn't, so yeah, you really gotta listen out for these guys because she spawns a lot of them. Basically just keep cutting them around in circles, try not to get hit. Yeah, the sword handgun probably would have been useful for that, but you also have to consider charge time and, you know, let's say if you whip the shot for whatever reason. So after that, it's back to shooting spores. So I throw mine there, that was actually a waste. I was hoping one of the headless would like run into it and like make it explode, but that didn't work. Here I'm just going back towards the front door, but not too far back because you want to be able to dip in through these cut-throughs for the puke. Yeah, the lance upgraded is putting in work for this boss. Like one charged 3-shot burst pops those pimples in an instant. So here I'm just juggling between crowd control, getting rid of the fucking ads, shooting the pimples. Did I mention I fucking hate this fight? Because they could have done so much with a boss that was finally different from all the other bosses we had so far, and yet you have to give us a stupid fucking gimmick gang fight. That's the last one I need to shoot to progress her to her next phase. Oh no, there's 2 more. Yeah, I was very fed up at this point. Yeah, if you see a headless, just you don't hesitate. Just take him out. I was trying to figure out what the hell he was. I pulled out the arbalist there by accident. I'm so happy I didn't use it and caught myself. Alright, so after that, if there's any headless left, you need to kill them before you can progress to this part. So after you pop the last spore and kill the last headless, you'll get 2 oddities to emit. Emit them right away, because if not, she'll start puking up a bunch of acid. That'll cover up the area, and you will take damage, and it will kill you. After that, there's not much you can really do. Just wait. Here, I would switch from the emitter attachment and switch to the shock, because we'll have puke orphans spawning in, and as I explained earlier, the shock charge attachment takes them out. So that's a good way to save ammo for this fight. So if you notice here, like the blue's coming out of my gun, that's the shock charges, which is unlimited. So just keep shock charging the spores, shooting the orange spores with your gun, and then reload, and then you'll get some headless spawn in. Just take them out one by one. This is the easy part of this fight. Like once you get here, you're good. Like you don't gotta worry about nothing. I put a mine down there just in case. And one arbalist shot, and she's dead. I always get that green on my screen for some reason. Like I know for a fact there wasn't no enemies like in front of me. I'm not sure why the game does that. So after you kill her, loot the room, and then I hope you remember how to use the sword handgun if you haven't been using it. And if you've been using it and you're used to it, then great. Yeah.
Is my father with you now? No, he's not. I would so much like to tell him. To tell him that we were both wrong. We just wasted our time together. I'm sorry for that. God is giving me one more chance to meet my real God. Not this thing. This time, I will not be afraid. I will not hesitate. I will not back down. Now, into your hands, Lord.
I had his essence. I just felt like fucking with her. Yeah, I really Really had a tough time with this boss fight. The main reason why I had to keep doing it over and over again was not because of her, because I wasn't sure how the part after her worked. That was like the main thing that made me have to come back and keep revisiting her. Oh, all those power mines that I'm about to fucking waste that I don't have to. And I wasted carbine ammo over some heals that I was gonna sell. That was pretty dumb. Yeah, I was pretty fed up at this point in the game. Like, you literally just got rid of carbine cartridges. Yeah, I don't know what the hell past me was thinking. At some point, I like to revisit this run and give it another go. But, I mean, we got Silent Hill F coming out in a couple of days as I'm wrapping up this walkthrough.
I found the Pathfinder. Is gone. What? The Warden? Did he know? Why hadn't he told me? Accessing predecessor's travel log. Attempting data salvage. Your last target. Veronica Kaminsky. Did you stop because of her? There's something more. A message.
This is a warning. I am leaving because I no longer believe in the validity of the vocation. Maybe it is to my own misfortune that I got close to people. But when I did, I discovered what they really were. And so, I don't think our work helps them become a better being. They are perfect now, in their imperfection. Full of hope, unyielding, bright, and deciding their own fate. That's why I won't let them be put together into the cogs of a machine that dehumanizes them. And above all, I can't let anyone else take her, for she was the only one who saw one of them in me. Fortunately, I believe I have found a way to stop it all. No more extractions. No more awakenings. But for those who are still there, if somehow you are there, do not follow. matters to them is their own hunger.
You just wanted to protect people. Protect her. That's all there is to it. We're still due some explanations. Let's get you back to the terminal.
Right. So, time to go lug the Pathfinder's body around. Now, this here is where I fucked up. Really bad. So, what I did here, I used a bunch of mines that I didn't need to fucking use. All you need to do, literally, is just not do what I did in the video and do what I'm telling you to do in the commentary. Like, all this is a waste. It's a fucking waste. Right here. I'm literally wasting mines. For no fucking reason right now. These ones don't merge. They die in one hit uncharged. All you gotta do is run out. And then literally just run back towards the church. And they'll all run in that way. You don't need torch fuel. You don't need mines. I don't know why, but like the way like the dialogue's worded, it made it seem like there's like an infinite amount of these dudes that spawn in, and that is not the case. Not by any means. I'm just like being all over the place. I think because I was over it. I was so over Mother Eliza, and I didn't want to fight her anymore. After beating her a couple of times and losing to her, or getting hit afterwards, between this part and then one last enemy after that. But yeah, all this I'm doing, all this rushing around, you don't have to do that. Same thing goes for this part. Once they spawn in, as long as you killed all the other ones beforehand, you could just, you know, kill a couple, retreat a little bit, hang back, kill a couple more, rinse and repeat. You don't have to do what I did in the video. But again, that's why I'm here, so I can learn the hard way. If I can go back, I wish I, you know, knew that beforehand. I actually didn't figure it out until on my save where I took damage that I did this part. Mind you, after being there first try on my other save, that I realized that I could do that. I'm like, fuck, I'm an idiot. I wasted so many fucking mines for no reason.
What happened here? Warden? Not again. All right. I'm all right.
So we just got one last enemy to deal with before we end the segment. So after all that, the game decides to throw an armored orphan at you. Right? His weak points are his head and his arm. It takes 3 to 4 charge sword shots to take him out. And, well, I just don't trust the sword to do it without fucking missing. So I was just pulling out the other, well, the sword handgun had in stash just to make sure I wasn't fucking bugging. But yeah, so I just decided to go back to save room to grab a torch fuel. Also, I went and crafted a heal to sell so I can buy some metal scraps so I could craft some mines. Because I just wanted to make sure to get this guy out the way so I can drop this asshole off and go hit the save and end the segment. Why can't I just throw him on the couch in the room with the cats? You know? Either way, I fucking hate the fact that this boss in Station V Terra is like, alright, good job, you killed the boss. But, fuck you. Here's a bunch of enemies that you gotta deal with. And then this game does that, and then also throws one tough enemy at you as well.
Warden,
Right, so after, if you need to, again, I would have at least torch fuel, for sure. Just in case if you fuck up, because you probably will, on shooting this guy. Like, I fucking miss. Yeah, immediately, I'm like, yep, mine. And he's dead. Yeah, pretty much. That's, on, I think it was like the first attempt that I beat Mother Eliza. I did everything, right? And I didn't know that he was gonna be there, and he fucking hit me, and I think that's what started me getting all mad at her.
do you remember? Did you know that you were the Pathfinder?
So this wraps up the segment. Basically, in this room we'll have the key to the police station in the terminal. That's gonna be the final area in the game. We have one mini boss fight with the emerged terror. I'm sorry, with the emerged one again, but this time there's two of them. To the right, if we go back to the room that the warden was in, there's a travel log. And then in the room with the cats, there's also a new file that we can pick up. Yeah, besides that, I mean, I feel like I did a great job of going through Church Abbey. It was just after the boss fight that I fucked up and I used way more mines than I should have. I shouldn't have used any. I should have used one on that fucking armored orphan dude, and that was it. But oh well, live and learn, and hopefully you guys pick up from it.